What is the benefits of the investors from commissioning? Could you tell us about your experience?
Yes, I think from the investor point of view, the key thing is to be able to quantify how much they can gain from commissioning. And that's why with Copilot, we have set up a European project with a portfolio of about 400 billion euro in the consortium, where we are studying thousands of buildings to say what quality processes like commissioning can bring in adding value to the buildings. So that we will say that, for example, doing certain commissioning processes can add 2% to the overall value of the building, with statistical data underpinning what we say.
And another question, what are your suggestions to increase commissioning awareness?
That is a hard question, but I think it can be linked to the first, number one. Once you can quantify the benefits, because if I'm an investor, I'm at the top of the pyramid and I'm deciding whether or not to invest, I want to know that I can benefit. So first of all, it's when people are convinced of that, and it's not just a worthy cause that I think is interesting. The second aspect is, here we are today with TTMD, and I think national associations have a very strong role to play in diffusing, number one, with their members who are the most active in the construction community and the engineering community, and then those members diffusing the message throughout the community. So it's a drop-down effect.
Another question is, what do you think about the contributions of the design team in the commissioning process?
Critical, very critical. The most important thing about commissioning, like really the most, is that it should start at the beginning of the construction process. In reality, this does not often happen, which can make the process even more cumbersome, expensive, and time-consuming. At the beginning of the process, before a building is started to be built, we should plan what's going to be done. After that, the first thing that happens is design. So some of the first people that are going to be involved in the commissioning are the designers. And what we have found with Copilot, we certify commissioning, that's our work, is that designers often make the best commissioners because they have such experience of the complexities of the site and the materials that are put on the site that they are very well placed to avoid having problems with the materials.
And the last one, what should be the ideal commissioning tender documentation for?
I have two answers to that, depending on exactly what the question means. One is, I think that it's important that in investors and owners' requirements in their tender documentation that they ask for commissioning. And why do they ask for commissioning? They ask for commissioning because they want to get the building that they want to get. How do you do that? You do it by following the whole process in a very formalized way. So first answer is by having it in the tender documents. But the second answer is by having a structure right from the start of contracts. Contracts, first of all, with the owner, of course, but between the owner and the different contractors and the designers, which state what the responsibilities, what the roles are of every party. Because what we find is that in the process, a lot of problems that can happen in construction are from what we say sometimes too many cooks spoil the soup. There's so many different parties involved that things have to be very clear from the start.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.